Before I go any further with the roof, I'm going to reposition the cabin and chock it up again to stop the droop at the end. Looking down behind the buildings then, you can see why I need to reposition it, because this cabin is going that way, whereas the lean-to and the workshop are going that way. The cabin's actually been here much longer, probably about twice as long as the rest of them. That's why then it's all not quite in line. Looking down the line of the cabin then, where the windowsills are, you should be able to make out that it drops away here. And that's because it turns out all this ground here has subsided. Now this happened over a very long time, and this was all overgrown here, and I wasn't really using the cabin much except for rough storage. So yeah, I just didn't notice. It's actually subsided quite a considerable amount, and that's combined with the weakness of the structure. Yeah, that's why it's all got a bit wrong. You can see here that as this has dropped, this whole panel, this 5-foot section here, has become misaligned, and that's why this glass has fallen out. So what I don't want to do is go any further with the roof at the moment, because I'm going to have to correct all that, and there's no point me trying to do a nice job of the roof and then jacking up the back and it all going out of alignment on the top. So next then we're going to move the whole thing that way a tad to bring it in line with the building behind me, and yeah, chock it up again, and then should come back true, hopefully. I think it will. There's enough flexibility in there, but once it is nice and true, it should stay that way, because then I can just keep an eye on it. If the ground subsides anymore, I can just chock it up a bit more. It'll be fine. I don't intend to actually put foundations in the ground for this to sit on. It's just not worth it, and it's not really needed either. It's such a small structure. What I've got here then is a winching system. So I've got a strop round the corner of the cabin, I've got a tree strop round this tree, and then I've got my lever hoist in between, and I can pull on that to put tension on the cabin. Now I'd never normally winch off a tree that high up. Normally you'd have it anchored to the ground, but if I did that, it's going to pull down on the cabin, and that wouldn't be any good. But I'm also not putting a lot of force in this bit. This is just to provide some pull in that direction. Then I'm going to lift various bits of the cabin, and it'll inch this way. So I've got plenty of tension on the lever hoist, pulling it over that way. I'm going to use my trusty high lift jack and take the weight of it on the jack, and it should do that a little bit. You see we've got quite a wacky curve going on, and the whole structure's bowing alarmingly, but we're very nearly there. thumbs up. Yeah, that's good. It's now in the new position I wanted to be in, but the job's not over. Clearly there's a huge bow in it on the front. It's sat all wonky and it's not really supported at all, and it's about a foot lower down than I need it to be. So yeah, I'll sort those things out next. What I need to do then is choose a corner and then take everything off of that. So I'll chock up one corner to the height that I want, and then I'll use that to lever out everything else to that datum point. And I'm not saying it's straight, square and level, but it's more straight, square and level than it's ever been before. I'm going to leave it like that now to settle down. Those blocks will sink into the ground a bit and it might go a little bit uneven. I'll probably drop it all down in height a bit as well at some point, but for now that's good enough for me to carry on working on the roof, which is what I'm going to get back to. To make it as square and nice looking as possible, I'm going to start on the corner closest to us. fixings, in case anyone's interested, I'm using these things. Get the camera to focus on that. And these are self-drilling wood screws. So they got a drilling part there, and then a coarse thread which will bury itself into the wood. And then on this bit, so they've got a built-in washer and a rubber bit underneath that which is sealant. So if you put this down and it actually squidges out, it becomes watertight. Now these are actually all the ones that I took off the old roof, and I'm reusing them, so they won't seal quite so well, but because that first run of fixings up there is going to be under the ridge, it's all going to be fine. Barges are on then, both ends. They're kind of out of keeping with the scale of the building to the point of ugliness really, but they do increase the weather protection massively, and yeah, when the wood's as ropey as it is on this one, it all helps. It's all up, it just needs a lot more fixings. That's it then. Well, no it's not. I got the barges on, the ridge on, all the roof sheets are on. What I still have to do is run a line of fixings along near the bottom of the roof sheets. But I'll do that as I move the scuff towers round when I work on the sidewalls. Yeah, so for now, that's that. I was just about to say now it's weatherproof, but of course it's not. It's still got missing glass, which, yeah, it's considerably more weatherproof than it has been for many years. Good. Well, I think that'll do for now. Stay safe everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.